Have you ever looked at your parents and quietly asked yourself a question you were afraid to say out loud? Why them? Why was I born into this family? With these people? With these emotions that I don't always understand? Maybe you love them, you respect them. But somewhere deep inside, there is also confusion, pain, or even distance. Perhaps you have felt misunderstood, unheard, or emotionally alone, even while living under the same roof. You try to explain yourself, but your words don't reach them. You try to feel close, but something always feels incomplete. And slowly, a silent question begins to echo in your heart. Is this just an accident? What if it is not? What if your life is not random at all? What if the family you were born into, or the parents you have, or the experiences you are going through, are all part of something deeper, something your soul already understands? Imagine for a moment that before you were born, before you had a name, before you had a body, there was a silent intelligence within you, a deeper awareness that chose the exact circumstances you needed for your growth. Not for comfort, but for evolution. Not for ease, but for awakening. And what if the very people you sometimes struggle to understand are the same souls who came into your life to teach you the most important lessons you are here to learn? Many people carry a quiet, invisible pain when it comes to their parents, a pain that is rarely spoken but deeply felt. On the surface, everything may look normal. A family living together, sharing daily life. But inside, there can be a sense of emptiness, a feeling that something important is missing. Some feel unloved, even when basic needs were met. Some feel controlled, as if their voice was never truly heard. Others feel emotionally distant, like strangers living under the same roof. You may have tried many times to express your feelings, to be understood, to be accepted for who you truly are, but somehow, the connection never fully formed. There may be moments when you question yourself, wondering if something is wrong with you, or why your relationship feels so different compared to others. You might carry unspoken resentment, guilt for feeling that way, and a longing for a deeper bond that never quite comes. Over time, this creates an inner conflict. You want to respect your parents, you want to love them fully, but your heart also carries wounds that cannot be ignored. And so, you remain caught between duty and emotion, between love and pain, silently asking, why is my relationship with my parents like this? This hidden struggle becomes a part of your inner world, shaping how you see yourself, how you relate to others, and how you experience love, often without you even realizing it. When we begin to look deeper, we slowly realize that our life is not as random as it appears on the surface. There are layers within our experiences, both psychological and spiritual, quietly shaping everything we feel and go through. From a psychological point of view, our parents are our first teachers. Through them, we learn what love feels like, how to express emotions, how to see ourselves, and even how to relate to the world. Their words, their behavior, and even their silence can leave deep impressions on our mind, forming patterns that stay with us for years. But beyond this visible layer, there is also a spiritual dimension that many people are not aware of. You are not just a person reacting to situations, you are a soul experiencing a journey. And in this journey, the relationships you have are not. They carry meaning and purpose. Sometimes, the very challenges you face with your parents are not there to hurt you, but to awaken something within you. The misunderstanding you feel may be guiding you toward inner clarity. The emotional distance may be pushing you to discover self-love. The conflicts you experience may be teaching you patience, strength, or understanding. When seen from this perspective, your life begins to look less like a series of random events and more like a carefully unfolding path, where even the difficult moments have a deeper role in your growth. When we begin to understand karma, our perspective gently shifts from blame to awareness. Karma is not a system of reward and punishment. It is a quiet law of balance, a way through which the soul learns, grows, and completes what was left unfinished. Your life is not starting from zero. It is a continuation of a deeper journey. The people closest to you, especially your parents, may be souls you have been connected with before through experiences that your conscious mind no longer remembers, but your inner being still carries. Sometimes, what feels like conflict today may be an echo of something unresolved. Sometimes, what feels like distance may be an opportunity to learn something your soul has been seeking for a long time. Your parents may not always give you what you expect, but they often reflect what your inner self needs to face and understand. Through them, certain patterns come to the surface, patterns of fear, attachment, anger, or dependence. Not to trap you, but to make you aware of them. Your soul does not choose situations based on comfort. It chooses them based on growth. It moves toward experiences that will help you evolve, even if those experiences feel difficult or uncomfortable at first. And when you begin to see your parents not just as individuals, but as part of your soul's learning process, something changes within you. The question slowly shifts from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is this trying to teach me?" And in that shift, the first step of inner freedom begins. As you reflect on your life, you may begin to notice certain patterns that quietly repeat themselves, especially in your relationship with your parents. These patterns are often subtle, yet deeply powerful. You might find yourself reacting very strongly to small things they say or do, as if something deeper is being triggered within you. At times, you may feel an intense need for their approval, constantly seeking validation, or on the other hand, you may feel a strong urge to distance yourself to protect your inner peace. There may be moments when the same type of arguments happen again and again, even when you try to avoid them, as if the situation is asking to be understood rather than escaped. In some cases, a person raised in a strict environment may grow up with a constant feeling of not being enough, always trying to prove their worth. In other cases, someone who did not receive emotional warmth may struggle to express love openly, yet carry a deep longing for connection within. These experiences are not. They are signs pointing towards something deeper that is ready to be seen and healed. They reveal the inner patterns that have been shaped over time, patterns that influence not only your relationship with your parents, but also how you connect with others and with yourself. When you begin to observe these signs without judgment, you take the first step toward understanding the deeper message hidden within your experiences. Healing this relationship does not begin by changing your parents. It begins by gently turning inward and understanding yourself with honesty and compassion. You may not be able to control how they think, speak, or behave, but you can slowly learn to respond in a way that protects your inner peace. The first step is awareness, noticing your reactions without immediately judging them. When something triggers you, instead of reacting instantly, pause for a moment and observe what you are feeling. This simple awareness creates space within you. The next step is acceptance, not in the sense of agreeing with everything, but in recognizing that this is your current reality and fighting it constantly only creates more pain. As you go deeper, you may begin to see that your parents also carry their own wounds, their own conditioning shaped by their past experiences. This understanding can slowly soften your heart, allowing compassion to replace some of the heaviness you feel. At the same time, healing also means creating healthy boundaries. You can respect your parents while still choosing what is emotionally safe for you. It is not selfish to protect your peace. It is necessary for your growth. And most importantly, begin to give yourself what you may have been seeking from them: kindness, validation, patience, and love. When you stop waiting for others to fill that space, something powerful shifts within you. The question, "Why did this happen to me?" slowly transforms into, "What can I learn from this?" And in that shift, true healing begins to unfold quietly from within. As your understanding deepens, a quiet transformation begins to take place within you. You slowly start to see your life from a higher perspective, not just through the lens of pain or expectation, but through awareness. One day, without even realizing when it changed, you may look at your parents and feel something different, not the same heaviness, not the same resistance, but a gentle sense of clarity. You begin to understand that they were never meant to be perfect. They were simply part of your journey. In their own way, with their own limitations, they played a role in shaping who you are becoming. And in that realization, blame starts to fade. The questions that once disturbed your mind begin to lose their intensity. You no longer feel the same need to change them, because you have started changing within yourself. This is where true awakening begins, not when the world around you becomes ideal, but when your inner world becomes peaceful despite it. You start to recognize that every experience, every challenge, every emotion had a purpose in your growth. Even the pain carried a hidden wisdom. And as this awareness settles in your heart, a quiet strength arises, the strength to accept, to forgive, and to move forward without carrying the weight of the past. In this space, you are no longer reacting unconsciously, you are living consciously. And perhaps, this was the deeper intention all along, not to give you a perfect life, but to guide you toward a more awakened one. As we come to the end of this reflection, take a gentle pause and look within yourself with honesty and calmness. Your life, your experiences, and even your relationship with your parents are not random, but part of a deeper journey that is slowly unfolding within you. You may not understand everything right now, and that is perfectly okay. Understanding does not come all at once. It comes step by step as your awareness grows. Instead of holding on to pain or confusion, try to carry a sense of curiosity, a willingness to learn what life is trying to show you. With time, patience, and inner awareness, even the heaviest emotions begin to transform into clarity and peace. So from today, try to shift your perspective just a little, from questioning your life to understanding it, from resisting your past to learning from it. And if this message resonated with you in any way, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. You can write about your own experience with your parents or simply share what you felt while listening to this. Your voice may help someone else feel less alone. Also, let me know what topic you would like to explore next on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Your suggestions truly matter and can guide future conversations on this channel. And if you feel that this kind of content brings peace or clarity to your mind, you may gently support this space by liking the video, sharing it with someone who might need it, and subscribing for more such reflections. Let us continue to grow together with patience, awareness, and kindness in our hearts. Jai Gurudev.